channel at this point. At least when it comes to comics. When it comes to comics, it is just a hellhole of everyone hates you, everything is terrible, everything is gay, and you should hate it too. And, well, what it's done is made me just hate YouTube, or more specifically, YouTube channels that talk about comics. But that's not entirely true, because about a year ago, a little over a year ago, year and a half ago, give or take, I discovered Mark Millar, or Mark Miller, however you want to pronounce his name, had a YouTube channel. And he just interviewed comic bros, where it was basically two comic pros, chatting about comics, their stories in comics, their time in comics, and their love and dislike of comics. And I was like, this is legit. This is the best best comics YouTube channel there is, and it makes sense because it's Mark Millar. But almost everything outside of Mark Millar is pretty just terrible. I feel like I can't trust anyone to be honest about things. And it's not like everyone's out to be dishonest. But sometimes it feels that way. Or it's become so much that, like, hey, I'm here for clicks and I'm here to make money on YouTube. So I'm just going to say everything is terrible for the sake of clicks and to make money and to get that ad revenue up. And that really blows. I don't like that. I remember sometime, I don't know, maybe it was like 2 years ago. This is where it really started to click for me. About 2 years ago, there was a panel going around saying, Chip Zdarsky has made Bruce Wayne bisexual. And I was like, holy crap. And I was very like, they can't do this. This is Batman. Like, Tim Drake is one thing, but Batman is another. This has gone too far. And I was talking to my friend. I was like, did you hear about this? And he's like, dude, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh, in that new Batman book, The Knight, they turned Bruce Wayne gay. And he's like, no, they didn't. I'm like, yeah, that's what everyone's saying. And he's like, I just read that. That didn't happen. I'm like, what do you mean that didn't happen? I seen the panel. He goes, you're seeing something out of context. And like, if you read the whole story, you realize that, like, Bruce tricked this character, Ghost Hunter, not Ghost Hunter, what's the name? Ghostmaker. Tricked Ghostmaker to win this contest that him and when I finally got around to reading it, I was like, this was so blown out of proportion. And I'm starting to believe that's like everything now, because say what you will about Tom Taylor, I think he writes a decent enough superhero story. I don't think he's a great writer by any means, but I like this Nightwing run. And what are you gonna do? Like, like, he wrote a good Nightwing run. Do I think he's kind of an annoying douchebag on the internet? Probably, but so am I. So, yeah. And so I feel like YouTube has just really just become this hellhole of people saying everything is woke and everything is terrible and every corporation hates you, comics hates you, comic pros hate you, Disney hates you, everyone hates you, and everything that is bad. And I'm like, that's just objectively false. I saw Alien Romulus. I didn't see any trailers. I didn't see anyone talking about it. I just was like, new alien monster in space. I liked the first two. I never saw 3, 4, 5, whatever. I'm going to go see it because I want to go see a movie. I came out of the movie. I thought it was awesome. I get online and everyone says it's terrible. And I'm like, did we see the same movie? Did we see the same movie? Because I liked it. Same with the Chip Zdarsky Batman run. People say everything's terrible. Like Chip Zdarsky's the worst. And then I read it, I'm like, this is totally fine. This is totally fine. All right, whatever. You know, maybe this platform isn't for me. Maybe it's not. You know, and to be honest, I feel like I'm not a content creator. I thought I was, I wanted to be, and I just don't have it into me to just make content every day and daily, day in, out, day out. I just don't have it in me to do that. I just don't. It sounds terrible. You know, I see YouTubers making like 3, 4 videos a day saying everything's dumb and gay. And I'm like, I have a real job, you know, like I have a real job. It pays pretty well. I mean, I bought a new car. I'm sitting in this new car. 2025, man, new car. Got like that drives itself kind of car. Sick. You know, I make pretty decent money now. I'm doing okay. And I'm just, and here's the thing. I love comic books. I have been a comic book reader like for as long as I can remember and have been collecting for like 30 years. I'm almost 40 now. And I'm like, this hobby's, you know, I was talking with my significant other. I was like, we're going through our numbers of, you know, money and stuff. And I said, look, I'm never not going to buy comics. So we just need to work this into the budget. You know, and so I have a comic book, like, you know, every adult should have, if you're a comic book fan, you should have a budget, but you should also budget for your comics, and if you can't go over, but that's not here nor there, but, it's just dumb. It sucks here. YouTube sucks. However, it's not all doom and gloom. So when I started this channel, I wanted to copy Zach. And I did, you know, I read comics and laughed at them, and, you know, a lot of them were bad comics. But there was that early Comicsgate thing going on, and I wanted to be a part of it, and to some degree I was. So much that, like, you know, EBS knows who I am, which is silly, but it's a thing. But yeah, I don't like it here anymore. But, you know, like I said, it's not all doom and gloom. There has been a lot of fun on comics YouTube over the years. And I think the most fun I've ever had in general was doing like these vlogs that I would go on vacation and I would go like just film my adventures with like me and my friends, and I would like hold the camera and just like go like this, and, you know, like selfie video shot ourselves, and then us walking through conventions and stuff. Like, that was the most fun I had. And also just like having just a nerd conversation, like the same kind of conversation you would have in a comic shop, where you just be like, oh, did you read this? Oh yeah, it was really good. Or this, you know, wasn't that good. And oh, and then you're like, this reminded me of this, and just this generic comic nerd talk. That was a lot of fun. And so I think moving forward here on this channel, I don't really want to review comics. I think that sounds boring. But I think I'm going to be a little more vlog style when I do make videos. And I'm not going to say when or how often I'm going to make them, because I don't know. I just know that I just don't like comics YouTube. But that's been essentially my life, is comics. So like, that's what I'm going to talk about But like, am I a comic channel or am I just a Jared channel? You know, that's kind of what I've been wrapping around in my head. Like, what the hell is my channel? Because it started off as Sergeant copying Captain Cummings, because I didn't want to, like, I was like, oh, I'm not as good as Captain Cummings, so I'm a sergeant, right? I'm not a captain, I'm a sergeant. And then people started going, hey, thank you for your service. And I was like, oh shit, I don't want Soul and Valor, so I call myself Magabats. And then, you know, like, politics are just stupid. And like, when your identity becomes politics, that really sucks, I think. And so I didn't want to be a part of that either, so I just dropped it and became your friend. And so being your friend is cool. I could just be your friend. But yeah, I don't really know, like, what my channel is. Is it just me sitting in my car talking, or sitting in front of my bookshelf just talking? It could be. Which sounds really lame to some people, me included, but, you know, people still watch it, so I don't know. So, yeah, I'm over here looking at my notes, and I'm like, yeah, I guess I covered everything. It's like, I still watch stuff. Like, I still watch your boy Zach. Like, I went on a big period where I didn't watch him, and then I started watching him again, and I'm like, I don't know, he just sounds like a fun uncle to me, and like, he entertains me while I'm driving. So does Perch. And so, I don't know. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing here. I'm just sitting in this new car, smelling it. It's being a freak. But yeah, I think moving forward here on this channel, I did a community post. No one liked it. No one commented on it. So I don't think anyone even read it. But I did a community post saying I have some new ideas. And the new ideas is that I don't really have any ideas. And I don't really want to review comics. I don't want to hold my camera and flip through a book and talk about it. That sounds boring. I mean, unless it's requested. Eric Breen, no. Don't. No more badgering me. It's done. I know it was cool while it lasted, but no more badgering me. So yeah. So this is the video. Me going, hey, I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't like YouTube, but I'm on YouTube and I don't know what I'm doing. So, there's that. So, and yeah, thanks for watching.